And welcome back. So a while ago, I didn't actually talk about it got brought up about the soundtrack of Beyblade, about me, and I said, hey, if someone wants me to do that, I'll rank the Beyblade songs. And someone's like, that'd be awesome. And I'm like, screw it. I'm always down for a random video. So here we are, ranking the soundtrack from Beyblade, season 1 to 9. We're not including the original theme on here. And my criteria for doing it is, A, how good is the song in general? B, how well does it fit in the series? And C, and this one actually stands out pretty strongly, what is there a specific fight, a specific battle, as you can see me kind of adjusting some things here, that actually comes up in my head when I hear the song? So, without further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at the number 9, bottom of the heap, but by no means terrible. Should point out, I love all these songs. So, let's go, Beybladers! This is pretty much quintessential Season 1 Beybladers right now. I'll tell you right now, all of the Season 1 songs, save for one, are basically the bottom 3. But that's by no means bad. Just the songs evolved and gained a bit more of a rock, harder edge as the series progressed. This was a lot more lighthearted and a lot more fun. But it stands out to me because I can't think of a single specific fight that went with this song. Or a song that went. So honestly, I just can't. I can't think of anything that specifically goes along with this song. So that's one of the big things that puts it at the bottom. Apart from that, though, I do also like just a bit more of the rougher edge stuff as well. But it does have its one big moment when you get in here. This part right here, where you get the guitar solo going, babe. The scene whenever this part played, you knew the Blades were just doing wacky shit at that point. You're like, come on, who's gonna win? Ah! Like, it was all the good stuff. Like, give props to these studio bands. By the way, the majority of these covers, not covers, but the majority of these songs are, you can find them either under Kakashi Hatake, or you can find them on the Techno Android Gamer, or you can find them under various artist topics. This particular song was performed by David Crystal and Chris, Chris, name. Wow, I never tried to pronounce this guy's name before. Chris, guys can see it too. SZ, I'm gonna guess that's a Russian, Czechoslovakian name, Sizanak? I don't want to butcher the name, but either way, yeah, so, and they came back for a lot of songs, including, I'm pretty sure, our number 2 spot, which goes to... Here come the heavyweight generation Beyblade. Just like the previous one in Let's Go Beybladers, no real specific song comes up to me. By the way, this song was actually done by Jonathan Evans and Gerald Telvin, so I was wrong about that. But it's a song where this is one of the ones that was commonly used in the series, where it's just, when the fight was getting heated, you play the song. There was only like 3 main songs for the majority of the first season, and then Swing Low got introduced. And this was one of the very common ones that got played a lot. And it's fine for what it is. I like it. Now, I do like it a bit more because it does have, as I said earlier, a bit more of that harder edge. Not by a lot, but it's a lot of fun. So I do like this one quite a bit. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have, now this one of the original 3 is actually probably my personal favorite. I've been fighting every night and day, gotta do my best to put you away. This was done by Anthony Vanderberg, and this one stands out to me. It's just it blends a little bit of the first one where it's poppy and light, and it still has a lot of that drum beats, and it does sound a bit more pop rock. But the difference here is right around this point right here, because this is the first one on the list where I can remember a fight I associate with this song, and it's the All-Stars fight Tyson has with the football player whose name I do forget. I always remember when this part comes up. Yeah! the area. I always remember Tyson's blade coming out of the building and taking the guy by surprise. Like, I always remember that fight. That one stands out to me with this song. So I'm a big fan of this song. Love this song from the original series. But as you can tell, of the season 1 songs, there's a song that ranks higher from that. And it's not even number 6 on the list. It's actually number 5. Spoiler for that one. But number 6 comes to us from actually G Revolution. And it's basically I'm not going down. And this one's odd because I can't think of a fight that I can associate this song with. And it's the Daichi versus Tala fight. Actually, I just recently rewatched a clip of that fight earlier. I not only can you find seasons 1 through 3 of Beyblade free online, I've got it all on demand, so I can just go pop on an episode anytime I want. I'm actually tempted to do it again because I remember that's one of those comfort food shows for me, man. I'm like, yay, I'm having fun. I feel like a kid again. It's the 90s and it's Saturday morning. I'm happy. It's come to break down. Like, this one definitely went more into the hard 90s grunge sound. And I appreciate that. They're doing that weird echo, like, I'm singing from a distance. The days of losing ground. But the problem for me, I think, actually is this. All the songs have a repetition to them. And they have their chorus, not going down. This particular one, by the way, was done by Jonathan Evans and Gerald Telborn. Okay, so they came back to do this one. They probably did some more. It's a test. I'm looking, and there is a point. I'm trying to remember where it is in the song. Oh yeah, at this part right here near the end. Like it does have a moment near there where it builds and builds, like something is like happening in the fight. But unlike something where like with like Round and Round, Let's Go Beybladers, where you get that in the middle of the song, you get that like where it could be in the middle. No, that comes right near the end. And I'm not really as big on this one as I am the other ones. I'm also Daichi's a character that grows on you as the series goes, but you never love him as a fan favorite, I don't think. Like, he never holds a candle to any of the original Beybladers, even Kenny. He's just kind of an annoying brat at points. And yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Daichi. So I think that's why, even though I do associate that fight with this song, or associate the song with this fight, I don't love it. But not the spoilers for the number 5 spot. And dead in the middle is probably what a lot of people put as number 1.
Thought you could take my name, but you forgot about my home game. Thought you could take me down, so forgot about my
Here we
home
go.
game.
Oh man. Oh, I played every one of these songs for my girlfriend for the first time, and I had to explain. The show was about spinning battle tops and leaves, and these songs made this show badass. And this is when the show really leaned
If you wanna teach me something new, you better teach yourself to
swing down, swing low if you wanna play the game. I am 32 going on 33. I still remember so much of these songs. And this one, by the way, was done by Jason Dean Benson. You could tell that they changed up, by the way, because this was a much different tone for the songs up until this point. This was harder. It had almost like a Linkin Park vibe to it. My girlfriend actually used that. It's like not a bad analogy, actually. There is a little bit of almost a Linkin Park vibe to some degree. And you get that little moment of like crazy, like, whoa, there. The reason, though, it places as low as it does is when I actually think about it, besides maybe Kai versus the All-Stars and the White Tigers, I can't think of a time where a specific fight that comes up with this song. I can't think of a song that or a fight that this song really strikes in my. It's just like a universal Beyblade song that when you want something badass going on, you play Swing Down, Swing Low. And I mean, yeah, this still, it is one of the best songs of the series. 5th, obviously, in my opinion. But that by no means terrible at all. But now we're getting to ones that immediately a song hits, or a fight comes to mind. With our number 4 spot, it's Kai versus Cyber John. Again, they completely go into a new direction. This one's by Mud, of all people. Mud! Mud came and did a song for these guys. And what I like about this song, too, is there's an actual build in the song. It's still very 90s, very hard grunge metal. I paid my dues, I earned my keep, not in the stands, spotlight shining on me. And I mean, I just remember Kai and Cyber Drums are in the minute this song usually plays, someone is getting pissed, and like Kai immediately looks at, I can't remember the character's name, the guy who has Cyber Drums for time, and just like, yo, you pay! Like, yeah, no, this guy's toast. You think you're good, but you're going down for a trip, so you better get over it. And it just builds again with that I paid my dues. This is just like true like 90s rock grunge. Almost grungy, but not quite. It's on the verge. I think what stops it from being grunge isn't the music itself, it's the vocals. The vocals make it a bit more, a bit more Linkin Park-ish. A bit more Linkin Park, which was not grunge. It was more like our weird rap metal rock, which was, Linkin Park was, nothing has ever been like, or in 90s, 2000s Linkin Park, and nothing ever will be. Like they kind of sit on their own, don't get me wrong, they're group bands I just think are better, but in terms of the unique style that they are, they will forever stay on their own pedestal. So yeah. But in terms of a song that follows up it, we have the one that immediately precedes it in the Cyber Dragoon fight. And that's Switchblade by Jack Lenz and Asher Steel Brothers.
Switchblade, do what I got to. Big game, I'm coming right at you.
This is a song that, again, very Linkin Park in its design. A rock rap. Yeah. It's a song that's just like that chorus, that building chorus. And I just remember Tyson getting his teeth kicked in by Cyber Dragoon, but not standing down. This song has a great BMO. This is one I can honestly sing a lot to myself in the car. Like, I don't remember every lyric of every song on this list verbatim, but this is one I can just... it's just a song that it really signifies like kind of being pushed against the wall, but loving what you're doing. Like this is what being pushed against the wall is what I live for, honestly. So this is a song that really does translate well for the Beyblade series. Just a song that I immediately think of that fight. I love it. I can sing it on my own, yeah. But there's 2 songs I think rank above it. At number 2, our silver place medal here. That's Always Be in the Game by, one second, who did it? Did they not list the person who actually did the song here? Oh, by Jason Dean Benson and Mike Northcott. This is truly just a mix. Whoa! This is a true mix of everything Beyblade has been song-wise up until this point. This is the poppiness of the original series, the hard rock edge, the rap like this guy's rapping at this point. It's a rap rock is what it is. And then you get that, in the end, it's all the same. And then it's just, and again, talking to specific fights, everyone brings up the Dunga. Is it Dunga? No, not Dunga. It's the Zio. Always be in the It's always the Zeo versus, oh God, I can't remember the leader of the group in D-Force who was trying to steal the Legends. I can't remember his name, but he was, I always remember, Dark Cerberus, or it was just Cerberus? Flaming Cerberus and Flash Lumber fight. I remember that, just vividly. And you just get these moments that's just like, the guy's just rapping all the time despite the fact they're playing a rock metal song. What the hell is with this? This is amazing. I love this song so much. So, it's just fantastic. Number 2, easy, without a doubt, in my mind, personally. But, there's got to be one song that sits at the number 1 spot. And it wasn't until I most recently rewatched G Revolution episode, the Tyson versus Kai fight. Performed by Daniel LeBlanc and Creighton Dawn. This song, when playing in that fight, Tyson and Kai in the finals of the tag team tournament, this song slaps. The way is perfectly synced up with what's going on in the fight. The fact that it's just a hard rocking song on its own. Rise above the storm. You can find what you've been looking for. And then you get to the final, not the final part. This is where, see, this part right here is what the other song, I'm Not Going Down, which was also introduced in the season, wanted to do near that end, but didn't do it in the right spot. If you can't see the time span, let me put it down a little bit, but we're at 149 of 330. We're basically halfway through the song. This is where you have this moment. You have this moment of like ethereal, weightlessness, dreamy zone. You got that moment where Tyson and Kai are kind of like in their own world, and they're just like trading compliments, and they're just having that moment of realization and understanding and respect. But then it keeps building. You hear the vocals in the background there. And then it comes, and it builds, and it builds until you get to basically Never Take Me Down. And then you get that guitar riff again. It is so well crafted for a show about spinning battle tops. It's not fair. I love this song. This to me is the number 1 Beyblade song of the series. Everything else is fantastic. I love all these songs. This is childhood for me, 100%. But if you want my opinion on the best Beyblade song in the soundtrack, that is the best Beyblade song in the soundtrack. Hands down. And let me be very clear, too. I had a hell of a time deciding between the top 5, because every one of these had the right to be in the top spot. Every one of these had the right to basically be, had the right to be number 1 in some regard. But I really had to stop and think, okay, they all slap as songs. How does the fights that I think about stack up? And that's where Swing Low only made it to number 5, because I'm like, well, you can just throw Swing Low in anything. I can't think of a specific fight off the top of my head. But Underdog, I immediately think of the Cyber Dronzer fight, Switchblade, the Cyber Dragoon fight, always be in the game, the Burning a Flame Cerberus fight. And then where did my Rise Above that? Oh, I must have just gotten rid of Rise Above the Storm. The Rise Above the Storm, though, that is the Tyson versus Kai fight. That's immediately what that is. So that is what I just realized. There is a ad playing. Well, I just gave free ad service. As you'll notice, I have YouTube up to do this. So, but yeah, ultimately, that is my thoughts on ranking the Beyblade soundtrack of season 1 through 3. What is your favorite Beyblade song from that series? In what order do you put yours? Let's see how long this video lasts before it gets taken down by YouTube algorithms. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time, folks.